10 sessions on Alfred, Hitchcock, Psycho, and on the character Norman Bates. So the first session is going to be about time and space. So how is when and where influencing what is happening? And what's important now is to hurry slowly, slowly, and really take one thing at a time. So we're not going into any heavy psychology today at all. This is about finding out how time and the space is influencing and how it would influence you if you were living at that time and space. And what's really important, and one of my key things is that already as soon as you start working on the tarot character is that you call the character I. You say I about the character, not Norman, but I. It's about me. It's a little trick that will make you connect to the character and really understand that it is about you, and things will go quicker. The connection will go quicker, and things will start to happen in your body that will make you really understand that it's about you on many levels, not just intellectual level. When every time you say Norman about the character, that means that you are distancing yourself from the character. And every time we put a distance between us and the character, that means that we also are making some kind of judgment from the outside. Yeah. So by saying I about the character, we are keeping it open. We are opening up to any possibilities. We're opening up to all the senses. We're opening up to all our memories and to every possibility, instead of making judgments from the outside. He is like this, she is like this. So this is the reason for this.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to dig into time and space. Let's start with time. Yeah, so which year is this?
Psycho takes place in 1959.
Yeah.
In December.
So, right. So let's start with 1959. So that's actually 2 years before I was born, and many years before you. Yeah. Many years before you were born.
Yeah, it is.
So what do you know about 1959?
I know that the Cold War was on.
Yeah.
And I mean, this takes place in the United States, so the Cold War was definitely a big thing.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So 1959 was actually the year when the Cuban Revolution. So Fidel Castro came to power in Cuba that year, and it's 2 years before the what's it called, the pig spade, yeah. the Bay of Pigs invention. I had to check that. Bay of Pigs in 1969, which was as close to a nuclear war as we've ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was tension.
Yeah, a lot of tension. I read about it and I found out that NASA was founded 1 year before.
Okay.
Yeah. I
know because there was a dog called Laika they sent up into the space. Because I had a dog called Laika when I grew up. So the Russian space dog. Now, anyway, but it's even though it's a Cold War, it's a war going on, which we will come to later on as well. As I said, we are hurry up slowly. So, but there's a war going on in Norman, yeah, in you. And so there's a correspondence between inside and outside, which there always is. So, so that's the time. It's December.
Yeah.
And at that time, so this is an area where there are telephones.
Yep.
Television has just started, has just begun. People are starting to get televisions. No, there's no computers, no cell phones, nothing like that, of course. There's no occupation apart from reading and maybe listening to the radio. If you were living at this time, how would life be for you?
For me, Okay, me, Norman, I feel, I mean, I live in this house, I run this motel, and this is important for the space.
Yeah.
Um, that the motel is off the road.
Yes.
It's on the old highway. So
it's on the old highway, and they recently built, a couple of years earlier, built a new highway, which is
yes,
20 miles from this.
yeah.
20 miles, which is quite a lot.
So with all that in mind, I would feel desperately lonely.
Yeah.
With no contact, with no connection,
Yes.
with no, you know,
Yes.
almost nothing. You know, not even, I don't even have any customers.
No, we will have to move into space now. It will all be linked together. So, but the space is, yeah. Where is this?
The story takes place in Farewell, which is a fictional city, and the Bates Motel is, it's like 15 miles from Farewell.
So in this motel, how often do we have customers? And
What I say is that the only people who come there are the people who have gotten off the main road. So people who are lost, basically.
Yeah.
Who are driving.
How often is that?
I don't know. Not that often. So none, basically.
Yeah.
I don't have any customers.
Yeah.
Because when Marion comes that night is a pretty big thing, I guess.
Oh yeah.
So the motel isn't going very well at all. I don't have any customers.
No. So your mother built the hotel with her lover, or her lover both built the hotel with some money that your mother had from her husband. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who died when you were 5. So and she had some money then. So
yes.
How much money do you think is left?
I don't think that bank account is that big anymore.
No.
Because I must have lived up the money.
Yeah, just by buying food and buying stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Now, so the place where we are at the moment and the time that we are in that place is what we believe is the best possible place and the best possible time to get what we want.
Okay.
And we are being at that time and in that place for very good reasons. So we're not being a victim of circumstance. We are not being a victim. We are not placed there somewhere and we want to get away. We are there for very good reasons. If I look back in my diaries, because I kept diaries, and if I look back back to all the catastrophic things that's happened in my life, if I look at the catastrophic things I did in my life, which was complete disasters, if I look back and find before that disaster, I had very good reasons for doing what I was doing, even though it became a complete disaster. But the reason at that time, with the knowledge that I had, the reasons were very, very solid. So the place where we are and the time where we're at it is the best possible place to be.
Yeah, there's always a reason for why we are in one place. There's always we always get something out of it.
We get something out of it, and we don't make other people responsible for where we are, because that will make us into a victim. And that's not really what we are, actually. That's what we can pretend to be. Actually, we're not. So, right. So, what's going on here?
Oh.
If you think about that. So, you are here and you are moving into a mental institution. That's
Yeah.
what happens in the story. Why?
Yes. Yeah, I go from the motel and the house to the institution. That's how it ends.
Yes.
So yes. I
Well,
don't want to get I don't want to get into the psychology
no.
yet, but I'm gonna
Well, the
uh,
money's going.
ah
How it
it's
died.
that simple. Like
Yes,
what
on one level, that's absolutely what simple how it could be.
well, explain that because what do you mean like the money the business of the motel isn't going at all. So
It's not going at all. And the money, if the money in the bank is just disappearing very, very quickly.
yeah.
So what's going to happen? What are you going to do? Do you have an education? Can you do a job?
Uh, feels like I've done this. This is what I know. This is like
Yeah.
I mean to run a motel is like the only profession I know.
How old are you?
Um, I know that Anthony Perkins, who plays Norman in the movie, he was 27
Yeah.
when they shot the film. So, and I'm 25. So, um, I guess it's pretty much like that age, the same age.
Yes. So you started. Let's say you started. I mean, your mother died when you were 16.
Yeah.
So 15, 16, 17. So you've been living here alone at this hotel all this time.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have it. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely don't have another. I don't know anything else. I know taxidermy. This is really interesting because this is really interesting. I researched the what you need
Yeah.
when you skin animals and do taxidermy, and as I say, you need chemicals, and the chemicals are what is expensive, and in my research, I found out that the chemicals, but that um, in the process of taxidermy, the chemicals is what keeps the animal um, intact.
Yes.
Like it keeps the skin or the feathers intact.
Yeah.
And this is where it gets really interesting because as we have been talking about loneliness and things like that, I just it just feels like if I can't even afford to do taxidermy anymore.
Yeah. If you can't even afford to do the taxidermy, what are you going to do?
Exactly. And I mean it's so well written that it's the chemicals that I can't afford because what does that mean? It means I can't keep the animals intact. I can still make them,
Yeah.
but they just rot they fall
Yes.
apart.
Yes.
So
Wow.
I can stuff them and everything, but they eventually
Yeah.
die again in a way.
Yeah.
And that I mean that gave me goosebumps when I realized that like
Yes.
just oh that's how lonely I am. I can't even keep my animals.
Yes. And also you are growing up.
Uh-huh.
Norman, the Norman part, we are not going to go into the psychology.
No.
You is physically not a young boy anymore.
No. No, I'm a grown up man.
Yes.
Yeah, and I guess maybe even more in 1959.
Yes. So
27.
this whole setup that's been working with
Isn't working.
the
It isn't
money
working.
to pay it going and the age. I mean, you being a boy and the taxidermy and all that. It's not working anymore.
Sure.
So it's got to be a change.
Yeah.
Things got to change.
Mm. Oh. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it isn't working anymore. I've been living like this for 10 years
Yes.
since she died, and it has to change because it's falling apart.
It's falling apart.
Ah,
And there's nothing you can do.
no.
So something's got to change. And here comes Marion.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I think it's time to do a little exercise. You asked me how much research should I do?
Yeah, like, can you do too much, or just, I mean,
Well, of course
much?
you can. Yeah, of course you can never do too much of anything, but you can also drown. Of course, you can go on forever.
Exactly. There's so much to research. So like, how much? Uh, when is it? When is it? When am I done? You know, I guess never.
No, well,
Sometimes
you
you've got
never
to have.
do anything ever. But there is a little exercise, not a little. There is an exercise you can do to find out what research you need to do now. Do you want
Ah,
to do it?
yeah.
Yeah. So let's do
Yeah.
it.
Good.
So what I want you to do is to lie down on the floor.
Okay.
Mhm.
Right now.
Right now, lie down on the floor.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if you can see me, but you can
Doesn't
hear
matter.
me.
We can hear you. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are now Norman. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're waking up in the morning. What time is it?
Okay. Good question. It's it's um it's early. Um, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning.
7 o'clock in the morning. Why do you wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning? What time does the sun rise in California in December?
Or was it? It was like something like 6:45.
6:45. Okay. So you actually will wake up with the sun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, am I just supposed to guess here, or I need to.
Well, what you do here is you make a note. I need to find out when the sun rises, and I need to
Yes,
find out what that if yeah.
yes, and like the whole, what am I doing every day?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So what's the first thing you do? What do you,
Um,
minute by minute? What do you do?
wow. Um, well, okay. I wake up in the morning. I would say I would say maybe I do something for mother. You know, maybe I tell her good morning.
Yeah. You tell your
Um,
mother good morning. Where's your mother?
well, she's in her bedroom.
So you go to the bedroom,
Yes,
her bedroom, to say good morning. Where is her bedroom?
it's upstairs.
So you go upstairs.
Yeah, I gotta find out where my bedroom is.
Yes.
Or wait, could it also be? It could. It's possible that I actually sleep in her bed
It's
as
possible,
well.
yeah. Yes, isn't yeah, that's possible. You sleep in her
Yeah,
bed.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably yes. Um.
Or you
Well,
could alternate in between the two. We will get to that when we get
yeah,
that whole thing that's going on inside of you.
exactly. Yes,
And different
yes,
parts of you, and who is your mother and who is you. But we will
yeah,
come to that. That's the later session.
yes.
Now, so what do you do? Do you get up?
I get up and have
What are you
breakfast.
wearing?
What?
What are you wearing?
Oh, yeah. Pajamas.
Okay, what kind of pajamas did they wear in the 1959?
Yeah. Need to research that. Um.
Is it cold? Is it warm in the room?
No. Uh.
The evening is going to be very rainy, and
Yeah.
around that time it's usually raining a lot in California.
Yeah. But it's still California, so it's not as in Sweden. It's not that cold, of
No.
course. But uh, when I think about the money issue,
Yeah.
it seems like maybe with electricity and things like that, it's probably a cold house
Yeah.
to keep the expenses down.
Yes. So you yes.
So
So
I
what kind of electricity do you have?
um yeah, I need to research that. Like how much that costs
And do
and
you have would you cut your own wood or to keep the house warm and cut your own wood in the forest?
that's a solution, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely to
So
keep
how
the house
yes. Okay.
warm.
So what do you do next?
Well, I would say breakfast. I will have some breakfast
What do you have
right
for
away.
breakfast?
Mm, yeah, I mean, I live I live outside of the city,
Yes.
so it's not like I'm just going down shopping.
No.
Um, I I have a fruit cellar, so maybe I have like
Fruits.
stuff there.
Yeah. You collect
Uh,
fruit in the summer.
yeah, maybe I can. Oh, I need to research, but maybe I can store
What kind of
things.
fruit? Yeah, what kind of fruits?
Oh, what kind of fruits? In December in California.
You need to research that.
I need to research that. But what do I eat? I this is when in the scene when I mean I give food to Marion. I give her bread and milk.
Yeah. Where do you get the milk?
And yeah, so probably some bread and maybe I got coffee or tea. Maybe
Yeah.
not sure. I'm gonna look it up.
Where do you get the bread? Do you get it from a bakery or do you make the bread?
I probably make it.
Yeah. So you make bread.
Ah, there we go. I make bread. Yes, for myself. Yeah,
Yeah. So you clean, you make bread,
yeah, yeah.
you keep yourself pretty occupied
Oh yeah.
for a little boy
Mm.
of 17, 18. Yeah.
What do you mean? Like,
When you were 17, 18, you did all this as well. You've done it for years.
yeah,
You done
yeah, 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 yeah.
yes.
This has been going on for
For
10
10
years.
years.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Let's say you're lonely now and you put on the radio, because you probably have a radio, it's
Hmm.
possible. Yeah.
Hmm.
What's on the radio?
Yeah. Yeah. Um.
What's the news? What kind of
Yeah.
news? What are people talking about on the radio? So this
Yeah.
is this is a way to sort of physically
Yeah.
find out through your body, through yourself, through you,
Yeah.
what's the next thing I would do now. And of course, it's a bit of imagination, and you have to make some decisions. But it's also about what do I need to find out so I know what I do next.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you make a note of that, and you go and do that research.
Yeah. Wow, wow, really quickly, I realized, okay, I don't know this. I have to figure out that. I need to find that, and so that's a good way to get to know the questions and the things that I need to research,
Yes.
basically. Huh. Cool.
Okay. Right. So this is your homework
Yeah.
for your next session.
Yeah. Can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure.
Um, I mean, let's say, I mean, you can take this in a lot of ways. Like take the taxidermy, for example.
Yes.
I mean, there are actors who would go out and do it for real
Yeah.
to explore that.
Yeah.
And that is part of the research. I mean, and everyone has different opinions on this.
Yes.
And I'm just curious, what do you think? Is it
Well,
if you would have, would you suggest to me that I should try taxidermy, for example?
would it help you to do it?
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah, I would do it.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think I would. I think I would want to try it as well. It
Yeah.
would be a cool thing to explore.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Would it help you to do it?
it would
That's
help.
yeah.
Mm, yeah. Cool. Okay.
Right. So, how do you feel now? What's the feeling in your body now?
I don't know if it's what I feel after this. It's like some sort of understanding for.
What do you feel in your body? I'm not talking about the intellectual. What do you feel in your body? What's happening in your body now?
Well, I feel sad at the moment.
Why do you feel sad?
Yeah, because when I think of me as Norman, waking up as the just as what we did, and waking up and like asking me all these questions. What do I do now? What do I do now? And I keep thinking of me in the situation as being totally alone, and I've been this alone for 10 years. That makes me sad. To
What do you think? What do you think that you are sad because you're thinking about Norman, or is Norman sad?
yeah, that's,
Because I don't think you're really with Norman. I think you are looking at Norman at the moment. You're not there.
mm-hmm. I'm judging it.
You're judging Norman. Yeah. So how can you get back into that? This is about you. This is not about the character called Norman. This is about you. You are living here alone. You wake up alone.
Yes. And I.
Do you feel that you want to talk to someone?
Yeah.
And you have your mother to talk to.
Yeah.
So that's what you do.
That's what I do. Yeah.
What do you do next? What's on your mind? What are you thinking about? Lie down again.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
You wake up.
Yes.
What are you thinking about?
Oh, well, I think of her.
Yeah. What are you thinking about her?
Oh shit! This is really. I don't know. I don't know if it's my thoughts or or his thoughts right now. But like, what does she think of me right now? You know, and what do I think of her? And
Yeah.
like, what does she, what? I mean, she tells me to do things. What is she telling? She has. That's what I say. I do a little chorus for her. What is her schedule for today? What does she wants me to do today?
Yes.
And what do I want to do today? And it's I mean that
yeah. Okay.
That to have her and me, you know, that whole thing.
Yeah. So how are you feeling now?
Now, okay, now I'm feeling scared.
About what?
About about this exercise because I'm thinking too much and I just don't really understand. There's a lot of things coming into me and I don't know why.
Really? Take a breath in. Breathe in. And breathe out. What do you feel?
Now I'm angry.
Yeah. Why are you
Yeah.
angry?
Because I don't I don't know what I'm doing. I feel stupid in this exercise right now.
Why do you feel stupid?
Because I don't understand it. I don't understand where it comes from. You ask me these questions and I don't know. There's no it feels like there's no line in between me and not him, but me, Norman, you know?
Yeah. Yes. There is.
And no. Fuck. That's the point, I guess. That's what makes it really wow, fuck, cool, but scary.
So, but you're trying to put up that line. So if you take away the line, how do you feel?
Well, then I get sad again.
Yeah. About what?
I know how it feels to be lonely, and it's it's scary to think of me as that kind of guy, and I don't know what I mean by that. Just that to go into whatever that is, that space of being Norman, and to identify with that loneliness is a very very vulnerable place.
Yeah.
You have all these insights about the motel and the dead mother and 10 years of loneliness basically, and I can't even do my hobby. It's scary to cross out that line.
Yeah.
Because it's painful. There's a lot of pain in the story.
Well,
So that's what's
yes, but I mean, you got to go there because this is where we identify. This is where we feel for Norman. This is where we understand you. This is where we understand what you're going through. This is why because that's what we got to do.
yeah.
If you are a lonely guy, because we are all lonely people, all of us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, this is a starting point. There's going to be lots and lots of other stuff happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot when we go into the psychology and we're going into that. But the starting point is a very lonely boy.
Yeah. What this work is also that it takes away the craziness, you know, the idea of Norman as a psycho.
Yeah, and we're gonna come to that. I mean, we're gonna come to that because well, Norman is crazy, but I'm crazy, and you're crazy. We're all crazy. Yeah,
that's exactly what I mean. Like instead of going in as an actor, thinking like, okay, I'm gonna go into the psychopath now. Instead, what this is oh we go into the person, the boy, which is I guess
a boy who is just a boy, who is at the moment nothing more than a boy who's about to become a man.
Shit,
and
yeah.
Been alone for 10 years.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just as any other boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. Yeah.
Okay. So now I think we're ready to tackle session number 2, the second session. With the word, it's about the drive.
Yeah.
The deep drive, the thing that is driving you through the story. but we have to have the starting point.
Mhm.
You're very lonely, money's running out,
Yes.
time is running out,
Yeah.
things got to change.
Yeah. It's got to change. Yeah.